Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently defending ourselves against everyone. Everyone in this region is hostile to us and they're all more powerful than us. So that's a significant problem. We're going to have to merc up here for sure. I've already looked through the men-at-arms that they have here, and I've decided on the Company of the Oasis. So we're going to hire them for now, and then we're also going to hire in the Grand Trackers. So that should be fine, and that puts us pretty negative financially. We'll see what ends up happening with this situation here. So we need to attack them before they finish the siege of Jerusalem. We have to fight them in Jerusalem, right before they finish the siege, ideally. So we're buying time for our ally force to come in, which is up over here. Okay, looks good. So they're sailing in, and we have 50 days at this point. Okay, so they're going to be embarking here. Sure. One thing I'm going to do, actually, is I realized that I had forgotten to put our husband on managed domain here. So we're going to do that, and we're going to assign a chancellor. I want to revoke this title right now. There we go. And that means, of course, that we need a new tax collector. So we'll get this guy in here. And let's raise up any additional forces that we can here. Now, how long do we have until this is no longer a thing? 28 days on that. So we want to fight this in 29 days, ideally. Okay. So let's raise up what we can. Let's group this together. And then this is going to be in 32 days right now. So we will arrive here in 14 days. Okay. So when is this going to run out? 14 days. Give it one more day. And now we go in. Cool. So we should be able to win this battle here, I believe, once our ally arrives. Yes, this is the power of that defensive terrain. We're able to win this battle, and that's fantastic. So that's a very big deal that we win that battle. And then we're going to come up over here, and we're going to try to siege. So that looks good. As far as this goes, I think War Profiteer is required at this time. I would normally go for being able to extort our subjects, but we don't have any actual subjects to extort. We should probably demand payments and try to work our way a little bit out of this debt, just in case. I am concerned at this time about coattail wars. So there's that. This would be forming a friendship with a sheik. Who is this? A vassal in the Empire of Ajuran. I'm going to take the prestige. Okay. So we need to siege this down for the purposes of war score, and we'll see how they come back here. County of Gaza gained lackluster administration. Okay, I'm actually going to swap over our marshal then to increase control in Gaza, and also hopefully get rid of that lackluster administration. So that'll be good. We lost our personal champion / bodyguard, so we need to see about putting another one of those in. So that would be... Okay, personal champion would be this guy, and bodyguard would be this guy. Perfect. Okay, so we're sieging this down. We've got about 45 days on that. No sign on the enemies yet, but we got rid of the lackluster administration already. That's good. Okay, here they come. Let's finish this siege. They're probably making for Jerusalem. Our Ramla. So they're in our Ramla right now. My question is, what do we have here? This is a level 6 loophole. We should be able to win that. That's basically the same as Jerusalem right now. They're actually coming in to fight us at Jerusalem. Okay, that's a bad call on their part. We're going to win that. Nice. So that looks great. And I'm actually going to change our sway target at this point. I feel like this guy's probably not going to attack us for a while. I kind of want to swap over to Cairo. I'm a little concerned about that. So let's try to sway this guy. He's probably not going to be very into it, but we can give it a go anyway. So our sick house has been constructed. Not much that we can do about that, but we can walk up over here or here. This is 13, this is 15, so we're going to go here. We're at 73 war score right now. I'd like to get additional war score going here. So let's see about getting this siege completed. We should have ticking at this point. Yes, we just got our first ticking. That's perfect. No court chaplain. Yeah, that's normal. So we're going to get this siege completed. That'll be nice and quick. And this may give us enough, but probably not. We're probably going to have to fight one more battle. Okay, so we've got 10 days left here. They're on their way back. Okay, that's finished. Let's fall back. I don't want to fight them here. Fighting them in Nablus is maybe, for the moment, acceptable. He wants to come up over here. Actually, that should be fine. We should be able to fight him there. No problem. So we're going to head in here. Our ally was very questionable about joining us, but by the end, they decided to do it, and they turned the tide there. Cool. So we're going to win that battle. This should end the war. Excellent. So that war is now over. Let's enforce those demands and disband our troops. So now what we need to do, of course, and that's going to boost up our legitimacy. Now what we need to do is we need to station, and I should have done this earlier, actually. We need to station our pikemen here. So they're going to go here. And I actually decided that I want to swap around Jerusalem and Jaffa, which is unfortunate timing, but I decided this because I want to keep around the loopholes, specifically in Jerusalem, as a defensive structure. So what I want to do here then is I want to have the armored footmen be stationed in Jerusalem, and I want to have the armored horsemen be stationed in Jaffa. What that means is this wooden barracks should be changed over to a stables. This is inefficient. I wish I would have decided this earlier, but this should be switched over to a barracks. There we go. Now here, we have a barracks here already. I think we should upgrade that. And then in Gaza, this is mostly about creating additional money, right? So that means building a Barnes and storehouse. So we'll get that going immediately. Okay, so this guy wants us to pay him, and we'll pay him in full. That's fine for now. Okay. Low county control in Jaffa. Yes, that's understood. That is right up over here, and that's going to continue to work its way up. For the time being, I'm okay with this. So we need to get our on-paper power considerably higher, right? No doubt about that. This ransom is absolutely acceptable. What is this guy doing? Oh, he's chained up to the ceiling. That looks comfy. So that's fine for now. And let's see here. Hide tents have been constructed. Perfect. So where was that constructed? That would have been in Nablus? Yeah. So that's fine. We're going to want to get that upgraded further to boost our archers, but we don't have the money for it at this moment. We don't have any hostages, or rather any prisoners that we can ransom, sadly. So we're just going to have to wait it out. This is going to be 135 gold. We'll have that in a couple of months here. I wish we were constructing because we really need to get strongly established quickly, but as of right now, we'll just have to wait a bit. So we'll have enough, not this month, not quite, but one. Ooh, actually, hang on. We can debase the coinage, and we have a good chance of getting 245 gold, and we got it. That's good. That's really, really good. So we're going to upgrade these militia camps. We need to be focused hard on getting our military upgrades done. And that's definitely what we're doing at this moment. So we're just overwhelmed by stress. We don't want to become improvident. This is not good. And we will be strong and resist these impulses for now. We can probably go into here and seclude ourselves. It'll cost us some prestige, but we can drop this down by 35. That's not quite enough. Okay. We should probably recruit for a... Oh, we can't recruit for a court chaplain? Huh. Interesting. Good to know. So we need to get ourselves a court chaplain. I would like to come in here and make sure that our husband is the correct religion. And let's see here. Yeah, all of these are rabbinic. So all of our children are. That looks good. And he did indeed continue, or he did convert, but he may continue to practice Asharism in secret. That's fine. So I'd like to have enough prestige to create an accolade, but we need gold as well. So that is absolutely something to think about. How much would a feast cost? That's under activities. Average cost of 360. I don't think we can afford that right now. But maybe soon. So we're working up our control levels in both of these, and that is boosting up our on-paper power nicely. We also really, really want to be boosting up our men-at-arms, but unfortunately we're not really in a position to do that right now. So for the moment, I think running the bailiff's office is reasonably fine. We're making a lot of money from it, and we have other buildings that we can upgrade, but we will change that around later. So that all seems absolutely fine for now. We could preemptively declare wars, but everyone surrounding us is significantly more powerful than us. That said, we did just beat this guy up, but he's got a lot of allies as well, and we just don't. We can't get them really either because of religious differences. So that's absolutely understood. We just gained a manipulation hook on this guy. Okay, that's not all that important. So I want to get this guy's opinion of us up somewhat. I would really like to get a hostage traded there, but alas, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't want to trade our heir specifically, and we don't have any other children. So that's it for now. So we're going to get a new lifestyle focus here fairly soon. That's good. And we're still working on bringing up our county control in Gaza. Everything's looking great there. We're banking up some money. And we need to keep that money on hand in case we need to merc up again, because we probably will need to. But we also need to be investing that money as rapidly as possible. And yeah, these guys are going to expire in 6 months. I would not be surprised if someone looked to attack us when they expire. We'll see. Okay, so what do we got going on here? This guy may receive 10 opinion of us. What do we think he'd like? So he's content, sadistic, and humble. Huh. We'll go with loyalty and sense of honor. Okay, he liked it. Cool. So that brought him up to 0 opinion, at least. That's something. We're just fighting for our survival at this point. We're not out of the woods on that one. We're in a better situation than we were previously, but it's going to take a bit. We need to get a bunch of these upgrades finished up, and that's going to take some time. Once we get all that done, we'll be in a better position. Not necessarily a fantastic position, but a better position. I would normally go for It Is My Domain here. I don't think we have any subjects that we can extort at this time. So I think instead we're going to go for Hergeld. Not that we have many vassals contributing us taxes, but we do at least have these cities, right? So that's something, anyway. We're up to 35 gold per month at this point. It's a decent gold income. Okay. So let's take a look at the diplomatic situation here. Cairo, at peace. These guys, at peace. At peace. At peace. At peace. That's spooky. None of them are fighting anybody. And we're just kind of nestled in between all of them here. And we're really weak. We're working on it. But we need time. That's what we need more than anything. That's why we traded hostages, but the hostages may not work forever. How are we doing in Jaffa? This is at 98. Okay, so we don't need to be continuing to do this. Our mercenaries have been dismissed at this point. We're going to be seeing some of our constructions finished. That's very good. We want to upgrade this stable immediately. Get that going right now. The faster that gets done, the better off we'll be. So this is at 99. I'm not too concerned about boosting that up. And 150 gold to hunt raptor. Sure. This guy can join our court. I think that's okay. That'll potentially get us another champion. We do have enough, so that looks good. So we finished increasing our control here. What we need to do now for our marshal, well, we need a new steward. That's definitely a thing that we need. We'll assign this guy. And what we need to do now is we need to be organizing our army, I think. This is raised army maintenance. Actually, I think we need to train commanders right now. Yeah, that's what we need at this moment. So that looks good. And one of our counselors just died. Who was that? That was our marshal. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll assign this guy, and he is going to be training commanders now. Up to 13% increase on our knight effectiveness, men-at-arms damage, and toughness. So all of that is very important to have. No doubt about that. So checking in on these upgrades here, we're going to be seeing some of them finishing soon. That's good. We can demand payment from our spy master, which we should do. That looks fine for the moment. I saw army moving around over here. Checking in on the diplomatic situation. Grim. It is grim. I strongly suspect that we're going to be attacked soon. We did successfully sway Cairo there. That's great. But I still strongly suspect we'll be attacked soon. So there's Camp Cooks constructed in Nablus. We want to be boosting up probably still camp, or we still want to be working on militia camps. I'm wondering right now, how far are we able to go? We don't have the Royal Armory innovation, so that is limiting us to 5. Okay, well, we've got a long ways to go before we get to 5. Let's continue to work this up. We just need some space, some time. As long as the AI gives us that, we'll be good. If they don't, that's going to cause problems. So we shall see. It's not really in our hands at this point. We'll do what we can to try to prevent issues from happening. Like, I mean, Cairo likes us decently, so does this guy. Ajuran we just beat up, and we have a truce with him for 3 more years, so that's great. And the Byzantines, we did give a hostage to. So, hopefully. Chagat is an adult now. She's an intricate web weaver. Good for her. And she has returned. Right, because she is no longer a child. Actually, he's keeping her at Farama. Done. That's actually fine. We don't really want to fight this guy, especially not if Cairo is going to join. So that would be for the best. So we've got our son here. We're asking him if scholarship is the way to go. I don't actually want him to be on scholarship education focus. So we should probably have him be trained by someone who is honestly martial. There we go. And we're going to do that. Okay, sounds good. So we're going to train him to be martial. That'll be ideal. And actually, did that change his education focus? Hang on. I'm thinking... I think I'm remembering from CK2. Exciting. So yeah, he is currently being tutored by someone who is very good at martial, and that's the idea here. We want somebody who's good at martial for this next life. We would love to have a court chaplain. There is none to be had, so that's fine for the moment. And we're at 694. We want to have a good, solid bank. So we don't really want to spend all of our money right now. So this is absolutely fine for the moment. A sculptor workshop investment in Jerusalem for 30 years. Yeah, this would be worthwhile. Do it. That'll boost up our income for quite a long time and keep us going. That sounds great. So we're going to be finishing up over here on our farms and fields. What I want to build right now, ideally, is the workshops here. But we can't build this. We don't have access to advanced bow making. So instead, we could work on our sick houses. We could upgrade our small mud brick keeps to make this a safer place for us to fight defensively. I'm actually going to do that. So that seems good. We just finished up a lot simultaneously. So here in Jerusalem, I want to upgrade our barracks, and we've spent all of our money at this point. So that's understood. We're going to need to get some upgrades for our pikemen here. So that basically means upgrading this. 306 gold on that. We should have that in like 6 months. I don't like not having that constructing, but we don't really have too much of a choice there. A plea from our blood. Our daughter Tamar has unexpectedly returned. I do not endanger your truce, mother. War doesn't come here. No, awful war comes to the Byzantine Empire. She presents both a missive and a purse of gold. You have no obligation to aid, but my warden has been good to me. He doesn't deserve to be ruined by Duke of Lower Bosnia. So we could defend the Byzantines in this war, and they would pay us 1,500 gold to do that. Honestly, I think this is a really good thing to do. So we get 1,500 gold. We join the war, and this is going to make us friends with the Byzantine Empire. That's the idea here. So we're going to use some of that gold to immediately build this barracks. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms. We can siege right here. So that sounds great. We can raise all of our forces here. We're going to come in, and we're going to siege. So we can siege this reasonably quickly on our own. I don't know if this is actually going to do much. To be honest, we shouldn't have a hard time doing this. This is war against tyranny. Yeah, this is actually a pretty tough war. So I can see why the Byzantines might want to do that. But all of their forces are up here. So we can fight down here without actually fighting. That's the idea here. Oh, we successfully swayed Cairo again. We're doing pretty well on that front, so that's good. And again, we want to hold a pretty decent war chest here, just in case. So we're going to take this siege. And that was worth quite a bit, actually. 8.7 war score. Beautiful. So our contribution is going to be pretty high on this then. Checking up over here, this is the only real targets in this area we have. Otherwise, we'd have to come up over here or up over here. The Byzantines will have to be responsible for fighting them. We're not really in a position to do that. But we can run around and do a little bit of sieging. That's okay. I want to come in here and see, when can we seclude ourselves again? Okay, 21st of January. That's not very far away. So that sounds good. And with us in this war with the Byzantines, this is going to boost up his opinion of us a fair amount, I think. Yeah, he's currently grateful. And let's see. 340 gold for 150 prestige. That's a lot. Stop wasting my time. That's going to lose us stress. So that's good. Oh, he's going to come attack us here. This is wonderful. So we stack wipe that, no problem. And we do have a dangerous faction here. Okay, this is peasant rabble. So this is due to the county of Jaffa. Understandable. Popular opinion here is not great. They're not happy about our rabbinism. And sure, that seems fine. So we're going to finish up this siege, and that got us 79 gold from that occupation, and that was also 8.7%. Defender controls war target at this point, and we should probably just wander up over here. I don't want to pay embarkation fees, so we're going to take the slower land route around to here. That's going to take us a while, and that's okay. When is this faction potentially going to fire? 10 months? Okay, there's not much we can do about it. It's going to happen. Okay, our horse pen building has been built here. That's good. Cairo would gain an additional 10 opinion of us. Done. Absolutely done. So that sounds good. Up here in Jaffa, we absolutely want to continue to upgrade our stables as much as possible. So that sounds great. And, I mean, realistically, I actually think we have to turn back around here. Yeah, I think we do. We have contributed to this, which is good enough. We've contributed down over here. So that sounds great. And we need to come back over this way because these guys are going to be able to send their ultimatum in 7 months. By the time we get up here and we do a siege and we come back, it's going to be too late. So we need to sit over here in Jaffa for the moment. And this is fine. This is completely okay. This way, we're not risking our forces, and we can see that the Byzantines are winning this battle up here. Ah, we failed our sway scheme here. Actually, I don't think we need to continue this scheme, so I'm going to do that. And then let's check in here, and there's this guy over here. For now, we can start working on swaying him. Odds are low on that. He'll probably attack us at some point, but I think we're still truced for how long, though? Another year. Okay. So that's fine. We're in a much better situation than we were. We just finished training fields here. Let's absolutely build militia camps. We can see that our quality is getting very, very high. That's absolutely what we want to see. So let's just place this right up over here. And yeah, we can't raise anything right now. Understood. It's interesting that we're still 3 quality here and we're 4 up here. Okay. Well, that's fine for the moment. Do we have a better commander than this? This guy isn't very good. This guy's better. Okay, so we see that the Byzantines are charging around up over here. They're coming to defend Constantinople, and that looks good for them. I guess it's Byzantium, isn't it? Close enough. Yeah, I would absolutely love it if they'd fight this. We're at 79 war score right now. Ticking is good. And our heir came of age, rather. He's a mastermind philosopher. Okay, it's not necessarily ideal, but it's fine. He has no spouse at this moment. So we're interested in alliance power. This is nothing. Okay. Well, we can take a perk here. And detailed ledgers, I think, is a good one. We do have some Republican vassals, so that's fine. That would be these guys out over here, in theory. They're mayors, and I'm not sure that they're actually Republican, but close enough. Close enough. We're making additional money. That's what we want. So these guys are currently 1 month away from their ultimatum. We're going to crush that. They can send their ultimatum at any time now. And our heir is unmarried. I would like to do something about that, but there's really not too much good here. Let's see. This lady would be pretty good at stewardship, but let's sort by stewardship skill here. We could go with, like, this person. That would at least be part of a house. Sure. This marriage will not result in an alliance. I'm aware of that. And let's send that proposal. Okay. So he accepts that, and that is wonderful. Okay, who is this guy? That's not all that scary, actually. So this guy just declared war on us. Again. So this is the guy we originally won it from. Again, that's really not scary. I'm going to move our forces to Nablus for right now. Okay, now these guys are declaring. So we're going to walk over and just crush this. This is no problem. That's immediately eliminated. And this is over. So we'll enforce those demands. There we go. And then this guy, if he doesn't have any forces behind this, I'm going to stack wipe this. He does have forces behind it, presumably, but I still want to stack wipe it if we can. Oh, this is a bad move on his part. He should not come up into this territory here. So we're going to catch him here, and that'll stack wipe him. Excellent. So far, so good on that front. This is not his primary forces. Let's walk up over... Actually, who all is in this? Okay, yeah. Let's walk up over here and siege this. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to fight against this jerk again. This should be fine. We should have absolutely no problem dealing with him. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.